You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead, you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed. What is going on, Movie Maniacs? I'm Matt.
And I'm Zach.
And this is the previews, everyone's favorite part of the movie. Obviously, brand new set. It's beautiful outside. Summer season is here. And we took the time to walk away from this beautiful weather to go see Toy Story 4.
We did. Starring Tom Hanks, Tim Allen,
Joan Cusack.
Yeah, the whole gang's back.
They are. So, hey, if you grew up with these movies just like we have, obviously this series does have a soft place in our hearts.
Yep. And it is arguably one of the best trilogies of all time, the first three.
Yep, I would agree with that.
Just progressively getting, either on par or better each time.
And fun fact, Toy Story 1 was the first movie that I was taken to go see a movie in theaters.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
really?
exactly.
I knew it was definitely my first Pixar movie, but no. Yeah.
Yep, the first movie I was ever taken to go see in theaters, which was cool. So, Zach, I'm going to go ahead and ask you.
Okay.
Should this friendship die?
Oh.
That's it?
Oh, that's it. Okay. I don't think it should die.
Okay.
I do not think it should. I do not think it should die. Do you think it should die?
No, I definitely don't think it should die either. But I was just going back into the Randy Newman songs, and I was like, oh, that's a good one. But no, I don't think it should die. But maybe it's getting a little old, I guess.
It was. I just don't know. I mean, it was very good. I'll just get that right off the bat. I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay.
But I will say it was probably my least favorite in the series. But that's because the first three are on a whole nother level.
Yes.
Like, me saying it's the worst is not a bad thing. Mm-hmm. It was still a really good movie.
I thought this one was okay. The other ones I put up there, right? Mm-hmm. I think the third one was the absolute perfect ending to the series.
Agreed.
And I didn't hate this movie, but it just didn't feel the same.
It did not feel the same, and I mean because a lot of buzz has been happening about the ending of this movie with all the emotions, and it was a good ending, but it did not leave nearly the same impact as the ending of the third one did.
No, it definitely did not. The third one, I was bawling. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, holy crap, I did not expect these toys to affect me so emotionally, right? Mm-hmm. But this one, I was expecting to have that huge gut punch, but it wasn't there. And we were talking about it when we were walking out of the movie, like, nobody gives Randy Newman respect, and the Toy Story soundtrack respect. When people go, oh, what's your favorite soundtrack to Disney? Everyone's
let it go, A Whole New World.
Aladdin, You're Welcome.
Yeah.
Actually, I like You're Welcome. I'm going to throw that under there. I like You're Welcome. Let's start off with the good, okay? The good, it's great seeing these characters back on screen.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I mean, Tom Hanks was great.
Tim Allen was good. And I thought the story was good as well.
Yeah, I really dug the story. And Forky did a great job, too.
I was expecting to hate Forky. Mm-hmm. He was actually really, really cool.
I mean, yeah, he didn't sell me from the trailers. Mm-hmm. He did not sell me at all. Another good thing for me, the animation in this movie. They keep really surprising me, Pixar. Mm-hmm. They keep really blowing me away. It's really mind-boggling that animation has got to this point.
Yeah, it does, because there were so many parts in this film that were just so realistic. And I know it's been talked about to death with other critics, but I'm just going to shout it out. When they go in the antique shop and there's dust everywhere, and there's even little cracks of dust, or you see a little bit of pollen somewhere.
Just little flakes just when they're walking, Yeah, there's a light. A light is shining through a crack, but you can see the dust still in the
cobwebs.
air.
It was really well done.
Yeah, I mean, and well directed, too.
Yeah.
The way the camera was moving throughout this movie was awesome.
Yeah, and it was you went on a journey with these characters through the camera, so the camera's moving slow when they're walking, but it's a long shot, I don't remember seeing that a lot in Toy Story movies. And then, same thing, too, when it's fast, it's frantic. romantic, you know. And another thing too, this movie, other than the other films that I liked it, had elements of horror in it.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes, that was a huge highlight for me.
You saw it in the trailer, the ventriloquist dummies.
Yeah, well, because that was one of my biggest things I loved about the third one was with that baby. Like that baby was, and the baby and the monkey.
Yep.
That was never brought to the Toy Story movie, but they kind of ran with it a little bit more in this movie, and it worked out really well. But there was a slight issue I did have with this movie, and it was, yes, it was great, as you mentioned, seeing all these characters back. But there wasn't enough interaction throughout the movie of all of them together, or a majority of them.
Yes.
Specifically when it came to Woody and Buzz.
Yes.
Like their chemistry worked off each other so well, and it made the Toy Story franchise stand out amongst the rest. It was just a connection that there's nothing like it in a Pixar movie, and I feel like just something like that was missing from this movie.
I agree with you on that because honestly, I think Bo Peep is my least favorite character out of all the movies. I'm just saying that, right? Like out of the first one, the second one, like she is literally the love interest, right?
But they gave her an actual voice and a character now. I
still didn't like it. I
thought she was good.
I still didn't like the way her character went because it went very. You're gonna laugh at me when I say this. It went very Sarah Connor-ish. Right, like she's like this sweet girl, and then she's like, "Hey, I'm this badass fighting ventriloquist dolls." I didn't like it.
But
I don't like it. Can a guy not like it?
That's fine, but characters grow. Yeah, she'll start off as a sweet innocent person. We'll talk about, you bring up Sarah Connor. Yeah, she's a sweet innocent girl in the first one, but then all this stuff happens to her, and then she grows from it, and she becomes this, you could say, warrior and leader.
Yeah, I mean, leader, I'm cool with, right? The whole warrior thing. Again, Bo Peep is probably the worst. Like, if you were to go ahead and tell people off the street, hey, you know what, Movie Maniac, list your characters of Toy Story. Guess where Bo Peep's going to be? Right at the bottom.
I mean, it's tough to say now.
I'm putting... And another thing, too, where the green aliens at? They weren't even in this one, too. Green aliens are way above Bo Peep, you know, way above Bo Peep. They could not have picked a worse character to focus on. I'm just saying. If it was Jesse, I would have been cool with Jesse. I like Jesse. Jesse's great, you know. But every other character.
It's like, as I sit there and say that I like Bo Peep, but then you sit there and say, bring up the green aliens, I'm like, I do like the green aliens.
Yeah, or like, you know, that other random character with the flat top, like, like. That's another character I like better than Bo Peep, and he doesn't say anything.
Okay, they could be better, but she was still more fleshed out, and I thought she was good.
Of course she was more fleshed out when you have the whole movie to flesh her out, you know? But I want to see the characters I've seen evolve over the years, right? I want to see the characters that I've grown up with. I want to see the characters that I bought as toys when I was younger, you know? I don't want to see a shoo-away character that they got rid of in the third one, and that's fine. Like, you know, that was sad when they brought it up in the third one. Oh, Bo Peep's gone, you know? Yeah. I didn't like this aspect of, you know, them bringing it back in. And
I mean, you said so yourself. Nobody's buying Forky toys, so they got to sell some kind of toy.
Yeah, Woody, Buzz.
I mean, well, no, Bo Peep. Everybody has Woody and Buzz.
No, not everybody, because guess what? Kids lose toys and break toys all the time. Okay, that was the message of this movie. We clearly learned, you know. Another thing I didn't like that is not a spoiler: the villain. The villain sucked.
You're right.
The villain was awful.
Built up very well.
Very well. And then falls flat on her face.
No, you're right. I really didn't think about the villain too much.
Because that's what makes... Well, because that's what makes the Toy Story movie so great, right?
First one, Sid.
Yep.
Second one, Al.
Yep.
Third one,
Lotso.
Lotso.
Yep.
And the baby.
Yeah.
You know, and... I mean, like, that might even be a big reason why this might be on my bottom, is because you're right. All three of them had great villains. They really did.
They did. And, you know, in the Lotso, like, it was a villain that just came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, but his motives, you totally understood it, right?
From the very start, I was like, okay, she's the villain, because it was built up very well when you first see her.
Yeah.
It's built up so well. Mm-hmm. And yeah, then I was very curious how she was going to be expanded, but she just kept weaving in and out of the good guy, bad guy. She really did.
I didn't like that.
All right, so just real quick, Movie Maniacs, we're about to get into a little bit of spoilers. We just feel like these are pretty key moments to talk about in the movie. So if you don't want the movie to be spoiled at all, go to this time slot on the video, and you'll just skip over the complete spoiler section.
So for me, the biggest issue that I had with this movie, by far, was that talking, or Gabby, whatever that,
Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the villain, I won't even call her that. She won in the end. She got exactly what she wanted. So she has Forky. Woody just gives up and he's like, okay, cool, take my voice box out. And then, wait, I'll get to it, and then I'll hear it. I promise, I'll give you your time. Time. So then, they rip Woody's voice box out, he gets Forky, and then they're like, hey, Gabby, let's find you a kid. Like, no! You put us through so much hell right now, I'm going to go ahead and get you where you want to go? No! Piss off, girl! And then she finds a girl, she finds a loving house, and Woody is stuck working at a carnival the entire time. That is BS, that is bad writing. Guess what? I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
It's more about just Woody being... I look at Woody as being the bigger man and coming to reality. Just his goal in life is making sure toys are played with. That was his role. And this movie shows that very, very well. That he's going to be the bigger man and take this dad role. And he's like, you know what? I'll take this sacrifice. I'm going to lose my voice box. But you know what? Many of the people that I love around me has told me and made me realize that I may be washed up. I might be. But you know what? I'm still doing what I love, and that's passing the torch on and making sure that every toy is loved when I can. That is what that was meant to be. I hear you out because the villain wasn't the best, but that's what they were shooting for, and I think it was executed very well.
So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and counter that point, okay? Well, if that's the case, why didn't he stay at the daycare? He would have got played with at the daycare.
It was
okay, cool. So let me ask you this. So in the first one,
why did he leave the daycare?
I asked you, why do you leave?
To get back to Andy?
Yeah,
because they wanted him.
No.
They wanted him. Not they. Andy wanted him. They were supposed to be up in that attic. That's what they were supposed to be, and that's the reason why he left. And tell him, like, this is our job as toys. We are supposed to be there for our kids. That's why we're here. But they didn't believe him. He was the only one to witness that.
And here's the thing where I just completely disagree with you.
What do you mean? Tell me why. Tell me why, please.
I told you multiple times because in this story, right, like, he is literally leaving every single person behind, and he is, right? And he gave the person who literally ripped his voice box out, like, hey, you know what? We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna give you.
Because he feels like he's washed up. He feels like he's a has-been. He's been in the closet for how many years?
Yeah,
he's been in the closet for how many years? He feels like he's washed up. So he's passing the torch on. He's making sure there's a better life for somebody else.
But in episode 3, but in Toy Story 3, he was up in the attic forever, and that didn't bother him. He was like, hey, guess what? We're gonna see Andy now with Bonnie. He's like, oh well, yeah, look, I'm in the closet. I'm not.
Well, guess what? Because that was his original owner. Bonnie's not his original owner.
No, we're not gonna agree on this. We're gonna have to agree to disagree. And stupid Bonnie, and by the way, Andy over Bonnie every day of the week. Bonnie's just annoying.
Because she's in kindergarten.
No, it has nothing to do.
Well, it sort of kind of does because when we first meet Andy, he's at least 10, 12.
Yeah, and I like Andy.
Okay, and then guess what? What age did you go to kindergarten? 4.
Doesn't matter. You know what Bonnie does? You know what Bonnie does? She puts Woody in the closet, and Woody does not deserve to be in the closet.
He doesn't, but that's the idea. But guess what? He is put in there because, yeah, that was not meant for him.
Nope.
But he was still wanting to take on that dad role. It's like, okay, I want to move on, and I'll still be in the life that I love with the woman I love. I'm still gonna be there.
Then they're not
and
loved.
there's many
There's no
kids
way.
out there. There's many kids out. There's many fish in the sea. Is what it all boils down to. There's many fish in the sea.
And then it all boils down to is that Gabby got his voice box and she was the bad guy, and she won. In the
I'm
end.
not denying the fact that Gabby
won at the end.
was not the best villain, but I'm just saying.
No,
like,
they shouldn't have done that at all. She should have got what was hers. You know, she didn't need to go ahead and go like.
It wasn't focused on Gabby. It was more focused on Woody.
After that argument, if you have seen the movie, I would highly suggest you listening to me and Zach's debate about all the spoiler stuff in the movie. See if you agree. If you agree or disagree, go ahead and let us know in the comments down below. So, Zach, overall thoughts of the movie?
I enjoyed it. I think it's a very welcoming addition to the now quadrilogy.
Yeah, quadrilogy.
Quadrilogy. Again, it wasn't my favorite. It was my least favorite out of the entire series, but I'm looking forward to more because I feel like there will be more.
Okay. I think Toy Story, I guess the trilogy is the best trilogy of all time still. I think Toy Story 4 really does put a little bit of a blemish on the actual series as a whole. I still think that this movie was an unnecessary sequel. I see why Disney...
Unnecessary.
It was unnecessary. The third one ended on a perfect note. I know they probably wanted to because they just invested millions of dollars into the Toy Story land, and we're going to be there this fall. So I'm excited to see that. But yeah, I mean, I didn't hate it as much as I thought I was with the trailers. I thought the trailers looked terrible. But I think Toy Story's held up here at a higher standard, and they just settled. I didn't like that.
Fair enough. So I guess, yeah, overall, what are you thinking?
I'm going to go... I never thought I'd say this about Toy Story. I'm going to go 3 creepy vinyl players out of 5. I thought it was okay.
Wow.
I thought it was okay. The animated movies this year have really been letting me down.
Wow.
Yep.
3.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
Well,
finish your thought.
Because it was still a very well done movie. Yeah, because just the first 3 were held so high, and for you to go from 4.5s, I'm guessing 2 5s for maybe 1 or 2 of them. Which is what I'm looking at.
All 3. The first one's 5. I would say the second one's 4.5. Third one's 6.
Wow.
I would give it 6.
No, because I'll go 5 first one, 4.5 for the next 2.
Okay.
That's me.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give it a 4.
Ah.
I'm gonna give it 4 ventriloquist dolls out of 5. So that's it for this week, Movie Maniacs. So be sure to hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, hit that bell icon so you don't miss anything, and then also leave us some comments down below. Let us know your thoughts on this movie.
And look forward to next week. We're coming at you with Child's Play.
Yep.
And we're also coming back with you
with Yesterday.
Yep, we're gonna go see that one on Thursday. So if you could go ahead, like I said, hit that bell icon and get notified when we upload those. So we'll see you next week.